in the background of your stream.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. I had to change it to my speakers. Okay. Anyways. All right. Yeah, so I know you do streams mainly, and I do streams every now and then. I usually do like say like 2 days of the weekend. And I was just wondering like how hard is it to sort of like set up? What is the prep for it? I guess if that kind of makes sense.
Oh yeah, like what's my prep for my stream?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. It really depends on the type of stream I want to do. If I want to do a React stream that's really casual, I'll tee up my own things that I want to react to, and then I'll take some requests from the community. And so if I have time to do that, then I will, especially because I spend a lot of time on YouTube already. So I get an idea of like half the time I'm on YouTube, I'm like, that video looks really interesting. I really want to see it, but I'm gonna wait until I'm streaming and then I'm gonna react to it. So a lot of the things I react to are things that I'm just really interested in. But a lot of times I'm playing Minecraft with my my college friends, and so there's a lot of that. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So I do a lot of those reaction streams, and it's very, very chaotic. And so I have moderators for that sole reason, because I know like it's gonna get out of hand. And yeah, a lot of it is like what I implemented was like, so they'll have like a wheel or something. So those websites that have like a wheel, and so right as the stream starts, there'll just be like 30 million requests just go down straight through, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ.
Yo.
Type in all of these, and then there's just a wheel, and there's like 30 million things, and it's chaotic, but it's really cool. I like the reaction streams because I feel like it gets very involved with the community. I don't know if that's kind of what you feel about with it, but
Yeah. I think the big difference I think from what I do is when I do my reactions, I try and make sure that my streams are going to be, what I'm reacting to is going to be something that I'm really, really actually genuinely interested in. And I think that's kind of where there can be a little bit of a disconnect with the community sometimes. Because I think a lot of my viewers enjoy YTPs, for example, a lot more than I do.
And I do know some of them, yes.
And it's
so
like,
you're not alone there.
Yeah, and it's really weird because I hit these phases where it's like when I first like started watching some YTPs, I'm like, oh, this is funny. But I think a lot of what's funny about it comes from shock value. And so if I watch like 10 YTPs in one stream, then I get desensitized. And then like YTPs aren't funny for me anymore. And so I want to start reacting to YTPs again, like kind of because my community wants YTP reactions, but I don't want to react if I'm not gonna like have a funny reaction, or if I'm not gonna like find it funny, you know?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I do that with videos as well, is like I will react to it and I have it recorded, and then I look back on it while I'm editing and I realize that it's not, like, at least in my terms, up to par with how I want the video to be, and I'll trash those videos. And like I feel bad because a lot of them will either be someone's video that they want me to react to, or it's someone's request, and it's like you feel kind of guilty, and it's you know, it sucks, but
yeah,
I get that, bro. I get that for sure, sure.
And I always keep the people's I have my own Discord, and there's like a React request chat in there. And so I always keep that in mind of like, I'm always like, okay, when am I going to be like ready to like react to YTP? Because then I have like all of these like great YTPs that are sort of like on the back burner that I really want to get to. But I'm just waiting for the right time because I want to make sure that like the content that I'm creating is like good content.
Yeah, I like the political streams too. I actually don't watch a lot of politics, which I know some people don't, dislike, of course. But I actually find it very interesting, and I watch a ton of stuff throughout the entire day, and like it's just it was kind of like refreshing, and I quite like. As now I figured, like, I quite like listening to other people's opinions and like their takes and stuff. And I saw the Andrew Tate one, and like, I don't agree with a lot of what he says. Don't get me wrong, because there's some stuff I don't agree with, but he's hilarious. And there's so many memes, and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's so good.
That guy's insane, and he actually makes for really good content. Either like to react to, but also just like talking points, just because it's so. He says so many crazy things, and he talks about so many different things that one of his subjects you can talk about for like 30 minutes. you could just go off.
Yeah, I think I've been thinking about that because I know that people have gone around and like it's pretty public right now is what he does is like a pyramid scheme, which is how he gets most of his money. I think he does it for the sole reason of that scheme, and I think that he's trolling for like half of what he says, but he's like he believes most of what he says.
Yeah, I think that the way he puts it forth is like he's kind of like trolling or he's like playing a character, but I do think that to a certain extent he does believe in like the principles behind what it is that he's saying. But what annoys me most about him is that like when he says what he says, it's like even if he's right, he's not even like using like logic or anything like that. It's just like you're just saying things, and then like some of it lands and some of it doesn't. But his reasoning is so flawed. It's hard for me to actually I couldn't be a follower of Andrew Tate. I don't think.
I get what you mean. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, so what else was I thinking of? Whenever you do the streams or whatever, what is whenever you make clips, do you kind of look at the editing and then like have a certain goal in mind? So like if you have like an entire reaction stream, right, and there's like a trillion things you react to or whatever, is there sometimes where you'll kind of like you'll watch it back and then you'll kind of have like a goal of what is that clip? Because I'm trying to figure out like how I should go about editing clips, because I use clips as well when I stream.
Well, it's if you look at my clips right now, it's kind of chaotic. If you see all the different types of clips that I have. So what I'm doing now is I actually watch a lot of clips of other people, like clips on YouTube, and so then I look at like their types of clips, and then I'm like, okay, so I want to make like these types of clips, but I try not to pigeonhole myself. So if you look at some of my clips, like I have like some videos that are kind of like subject wise and editing wise, they're very similar to like the videos you'll see on Hassan's official YouTube channel. But then I have like some like shorter like LSF style clips, and those are actually like kind of my favorite. Like I have one where I was like going off about like simps in the chat where they were just like kind of trolling over me. It was like a minute long.
I think I saw that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, but one type of thing I want to do like on stream, I think will make for good clipped content, is sort of kind of more like medium form commentary, where like if I read the chat, for example, and I see like an interesting question, and I talk about that for maybe like 6, 7, 8 minutes, and like it's like. And it's like kind of like a format thing too. So like I'll have like the camera just like on me instead of like it being like stuck in a corner or something like that. So like a lot of it's like format based.
Okay, yeah.
But I think the big thing is to like watch other like creators, because then you sort of like get a feel for what you like.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I get that. Yeah. Do you if at some point, because I don't know if it'll get at some point, but when you do think of like, okay, maybe like when you get like a bigger community and you have like multiple people streaming, do you think you're going to be able to use moderators and you're going to be able to handle it? Because I do have that issue, right? And I have moderators, and sometimes I feel like them doing it just doesn't help, and it's like the chat is just going off, and it's like, how am I supposed to stop this? And you're trying to, control like 30 people in the chat, and it's like crazy, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question. I think because I haven't been thinking about moderators on my live chat as much as moderators in my Discord, because I feel like more of a sense of ownership over my Discord, because it's something that I've like created, and like all of the structure is sort of there. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to pick a moderator that I really trust, and that I know is going to do like exactly what I need. So, for example, there's this one guy that I've been watching. He's like a small streamer. I think his name is like Glix is what he calls himself. Is like DLXSKY. And I was popping into a stream, and I was looking at the chat, and the whole time the chat was just like spamming like the N-word, and it was like making him upset. And then the moderators weren't doing anything, and so I was thinking like, well, what's the point of having moderators if like you're not gonna do anything? And you have to have moderators that are gonna like do something if it's gonna make you like that upset. Thankfully, when it comes to live streams, I think I've been okay at ignoring like some things that bother me. But again, like I made a video. It was a portion of my stream. It's on my Clips channel. It's called like putting chat in check or something like that. Where I did have to like sit down and be like, okay, like the chat, I can't have the chat like behaving like this certain way, and you guys have to like kind of calm down.
That is actually one of my worst nightmares, and thankfully I haven't had that, where if out of nowhere, you got 30 people, you're reacting to a YTP and people are just spamming the N-word.
Yeah, hopefully you won't have people popping into your live streams calling you the N-word. Like, hopefully it doesn't happen.
Why? It's like, why? What's the point of this? I don't understand this. And that's one of my worst fears, and I've felt kind of this, I guess you would call it stress, because I don't know because I think it would be the same thing with anything that you do, especially if it's related to YouTube and you're doing things for so long and you start to give yourself things to do. You start building up stress, and I've felt that at some points when I'm doing streams, and it's like you have to manage people, you're having to manage a chat of people, and then you have to like think of like what's gonna happen next through the stream, and it's just like it's an overload for your brain.
I think the main thing is I have to keep it to be something that I know is gonna be like manageable. The biggest thing is avoiding burnout, which is something that I'm really trying to like pay attention to. And even like this week, I've streamed like the most this week that I have in like maybe like a month or two, just because I've been so busy with my summer classes that I've been taking. This is like, I think my third stream this week. And I'm like, I was going to do a stream yesterday, but I was like really exhausted. I'm actually like kind of streaming, I'm actually kind of tired like right now, but I took a nap earlier and I'm really excited. So I think that like is going to give me the energy I need to make this be a good stream. But
I get that. You get like you because I've had points where I've burned out as well, because there was points where on top of streaming, it was essentially like I would upload a video daily on my channel, and then I would go into streaming like 2 days a week, and then I looked back and I was like, this is way too much for me. Way too much. And so I had fixed my schedule up, and I feel much better when I create videos, because not only do I not upload daily, it ups the content, so the content gets better because of the more time. And it's just easier on me with allowing me to do school and other jobs that I have to do. And it's just like burnout was like, I didn't think that posting daily reactions would actually become a burnout at some point, and then I had to change it.